Yes, I do.
You do. Now, DCOP, for how many years have you been a police officer?
Since 1984, that's 35 years.
Very well. So then that makes you a very experienced officer. Am I right?
Yes.
Very well. Now, from your experience, what do you think will be the causes of this prevalence of vigilante groupings from your experience?
My reason may not be the reason for their existence. Because politicians have said, oftentimes, that they have formed these groups to protect them. As to whether that is genuine or not, it is for them. They are the politicians, and they have formed the groups. But at the end of the day, everybody condemns that it is not a healthy situation.
So besides what the politicians say, you wouldn't be able, as DCOP, who has been an officer for over 30 years, tell this commission what you think some of the reasons are.
This is our live coverage of the Ayawaso West Wuogon by-election violence commission of inquiries work. And what's happening now is Eric Mensah, who is counsel to the commission, is conferring with the commissioners. We don't know what exactly they're talking about, but currently DCOP Patrick Sapong, who is the Accra Region Commander, has been given his testimony. And just before counsel to the commission moved over to the commissioners for a discussion, he was asking DCOP Patrick Sapong what his thoughts are on the reasons for vigilantism in the country, or why he suspects they are thriving or existing in the country. And let's take you back, because the question session is resuming.
Yeah, some of the causes. That is, if you know. If you don't, it's all right.
Some of the causes.
Yes.
For some boys.
What will cause?
For some boys, it is a means, or let put it, employment.
Very well.
Some have little or nothing to live on. So when they get people closer to, they use them for all kinds of things. And once they get support from them, it's good for them. So there may be valid reasons depending on the person and also the person at the other end.
Now, you have told this commission that you think the politicians say they use these men for their personal security. Am I right?
Yes.
Why do you think, if you don't have an answer, it's all right, the politician will consider using someone who is not security trained to take care of his security?
That's what they say.
Very well. DCOP, there is also this perception that politicians in opposition do not trust the police. Have you heard?
Yeah, that is true.
And according to them, the police service is at the whims and caprices of the government of the day. Have you heard that?
Yes, that is why when in government, they trust. Because when they are not in government, they don't trust.
Why do you think when they are in government, they trust, and when they are not, they do not?
The fact is, when they are in government, they have certain influence over the police. So when out of government, they don't have it. They become afraid and apprehensive. That the powers that they use when they were in power and had, they also be used against them. So they are afraid of their own shadows or.
COP. What do you think, with your experience, as a country, we can do to take off the influence the politician in power has over our police service?
In my personal view, as Sapon, but not speaking as a policeman.
Very well.
Politicians should do politics and allow security men to do security work. I don't know how possible and how feasible that would be. So if the politicians take themselves off security and allow the security men to do their own work without any letter of hindrance, then I think with time, if it is to be sustained, everything will be well.
Very well. This COP. Have you put any proactive measure in place to check within your region these or the activities of the vigilante groupings or political militiamen?
This is a national affair. And whatever becomes national affair, it is national headquarters that deals with it, calls it to meeting, we sit down together. So it is an issue which is before national headquarters.
Chief, since you are not shy of giving personal opinions, what do you think can be done to check the prevalence of vigilantism in this country?
I think last week, the IGP had a press briefing, which we all attended, some of us attended, and he made it clear to all political parties that they should disband all vigilante groups. If the advice is well taken and they do, that will be the only and the biggest solution to the problem.
So what you are saying is the onus lies on the political parties. Am I right?
Yes, and he also empowered the police wherever that they are. And anytime they commit any crime, they should not associate with any party. Deal with them as we have to deal with any criminal.
Now, do you have any measures in place, for instance, to pick intelligence of the activities of these political militiamen or vigilante groups before they engage in some of these atrocious activities?
Yes, always we have our detectives, we have our intelligence men in town. It's nothing for information and intelligence. So they are always in town and not looking for intelligence only on vigilantism, but all other things that can bring about an unhealthy situation in the country.
Very well. Thank you, DCOP. Mr. Chairman, your witness.